welcome to my channel. This is Jessie Drag Paul, and it is January 1st, 2019. Woohoo! I can do it. I can do it. Okay, I don't know how that went. Okay. Whew. I ran upstairs, so I'm like out of breath right now. Okay, guys, let me pull this up real quick because I want you guys to see me. It's kind of strange. Okay, so today for our balloon, to pop our balloon, I'm going to use one of these. Do not try this at home. Please ask for permission or get assistance to do this. Okay? There was a suggestion in the comments that I do a challenge where I have, I try to pop as many balloons as I can in 1 minute. I can't do that right now just because I don't have enough balloons. And so for today I have 6 balloons and I'm gonna pop them with this drill. Oh no, I locked it. Okay, yeah, I'm a little weird. Okay. And I have a really exciting horror story for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started with the balloon popping. Ha ha ha. Okay, getting a little too comfortable. I'm gonna move this down. I'm gonna sit on the ground for this one, just because I think it would be exciting. All right, so this is gonna go fast. I'm gonna grab one at a time and drill them. Ready? Here we go. People probably think I'm crazy. That was really loud. Okay, I have two more guys. Here we go. Woo! Happy New Year's 2019. Here we come. Woo! Wow, 6 balloons and a drill. That's how you do it. All right, guys. Let me bring it down a notch now, okay? I have to create the tone. I'm kind of out of breath. Let me move these out of the way. Okay, guys. So if you guys just stay for the balloon popping, have a wonderful day. If you guys want to listen to the horror story, fantabulous, okay? I don't know if I should sit in my chair, if I should sit on the floor for this one. Let me see. Let me move it down a little more. Let me see if I turn off the light, if it creates a different vibe. How's that? Yeah? Okay. If it doesn't work, I may end up turning it back on. So I'm sitting on the floor for this one. Hi, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little messed up. Okay. Today's story. It's based on the Snedeker family of Connecticut. A lot of these stories take place in the 80s, as this one does. So I'm going to make it quick. I don't want to take too long because that process took a really long time. So the movie is based on, there's a movie and a book on this family. The house that they had moved into in the late 1980s was haunted, okay? And the reason for that was because the house in Connecticut, it was a really beautiful white house, was at one point a location where people had, it was a funeral home, just to put it simply. It was a funeral home for family. So a lot of people had gone through that process in the home. And there was also, it has been proven, it's not a theory of any sort, that the former people that were in charge of the funeral home did some inappropriate things with the corpse and the bodies that were taken in during that time. And there's a word for that. I can't recall what it was. Necrophilia is the term. It's where they do really inappropriate, disgusting things with dead bodies. And for that reason, the home had, people suspected had become haunted, the home, okay? And so basically what happens is this family moves in, and they have kids, the wife, the mom. They have a son that starts acting really strange, because he has like a mental disorder. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia and other things, but he starts changing. His behavior starts changing. They're seeing things in the house. They're seeing dead people. They classify hearing strange sounds. They report as hearing strange sounds, temperature changes in the rooms like a lot of people do. Figures of dead people started appearing. The things that they saw were so incredibly powerful and disturbing that no horror movie could justify really explaining what they had encountered, or books, so it couldn't be put into any type of a art creation or film or book. The mom of the child and the family, the entire family, she mentioned to the media that she was not told that the house was a funeral home prior to them moving in, but the previous owner and the person that sold her the house stated opposite, and they said no, she was notified that it was a funeral home and everything was clear, before it was sold. So she noticed a lot of things in the house. Like, the basement was, in most situations, is like the scariest place. She was mopping the floors of the basement, and she had a bucket of water. The water turned red, like blood, right? She would see things, and the water that used to come through the fountain in the bathroom or in the kitchen, there was something weird about it, right? It smelled really weird. The lights were turned on and off, and the family removed all the light bulbs, and it still happened. Like, they would still notice lights coming on and off even with the bulbs being removed. And there's a movie on this where they show Philip, one of the sons, he attacks his cousin. This was a real situation that did take place, and you can see it in the movie. Philip also had cancer, and so he had other things going on physically, medically, that he was requiring attention. So he was admitted to the hospital and the psychiatric center just for his mental state. The reason the family had moved, they were located right next to a hospital, and the reason they moved right next to a hospital was because of his son Philip, because it was easier for them to get treatment and access to those resources. So Philip was diagnosed with schizophrenia after he started talking about spirits to other people at the mental hospital. So when he was saying, ghosts speak to me, they say things to me, he was admitted. So, things like that are very sensitive because people will start taking them the wrong way, and you can even get into situations such as getting admitted. Stranger things started taking place. They called in various different people that were in charge of, detecting spirits in the house and what was going on. And these individuals are called, I can't remember what the word was. Let me see if I can find it. So they called in, their paranormal investigators is what we'll go with, Ed and Lorraine Warren, okay? They were called in, and they were also involved in another horror case that I had discussed in one of my earlier videos. I believe it was the Whittington? Which one was that? It was where the guy ends up killing his whole family, if you watch my other video. So these same paranormal investigators were involved in that case, Ed and Lorraine, the ones that are involved in this one. So I believe that one also took place in Connecticut. Connecticut is known for a lot of these types of incidences, I think. So yeah, it's really spooky. The family eventually soon did end up moving out. We don't have a lot of information on what this family was experiencing. People were being harmed. The child, the oldest son of the family, they saw that his behavior was changing. dramatically. His personality was switching very frequently. Again, he did have other diagnoses taking place, and he did have, you know, cancer, but they did see a lot of changes. And it wasn't just changes in behavior. Each individual in the family was experiencing something. And it's very strange. You can, you know, I don't know, it could be a family thing where it's hereditary, so everyone's going through this schizophrenic mental breakdown of some sort. Or, you know, it's very unlikely even to call in paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine, and say that, yes, this place is truly haunted. It makes sense, right? But people that moved in after the family left basically stated that, you know, it was just for the purpose of creating noise and getting their story heard and going out into the media and creating all this ruckus. Am I using that word right? I don't know. But there was a family that lives there now. The current owner is Susan Trotta Smith, and they've been living there for 10 years, and they said the house is wonderful. They haven't experienced anything and no ghost encounters of any sort. So yeah, you can take it as you want. And it's strange to find that the 80s were really popular, it seems like, just from my own experience and just looking through these stories with all the ghosts and haunted houses and everything. The 80s have become very popular for ghost encounters. Yeah, so that was my quick story. I didn't want to make it too long, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy New Year's. Have a blessed year. And leave comments and suggestions below of how you'd like me to do the next balloon pop. The challenge that was recommended, I will most likely do that in the coming weeks, just because I don't have enough balloons to do the 1 minute challenge. But go ahead and leave your comments and suggestions below, and I'll see if I can do them. Alright guys, love you.